Hi, I'm Naomi of Conscious Healthy Mama, and today I want to introduce you to restorative yoga. So restorative yoga is sort of exactly what it sounds like. Restorative yoga is letting your body restore with the use of a couple of props. So you might notice that I have a few more friends with me today, a few more yoga prop friends with me for your yoga practice today. And that's because the props that I have with me are going to help support your body so that you can really just rest and be supported and held passively, which is, the big importance of restorative yoga is that you want to be completely passive so you can completely release and just let go and feel amazing. It sounds really good, right? So with restorative yoga, you want to make sure that you have a good amount of props to use. So I have 2 blocks and I have 3 blankets. Now, you don't need yoga blocks and you don't need yoga specific blankets. You can use towels, you can use pillows, you can use, a really sturdy, if you have a sleeping bag all rolled up, you can use that. You can use foam rollers. You can get really creative with your props. So it doesn't have to be like investing a ton of money in yoga supplies. But if you do, 3 yoga blankets, 2 yoga blocks should do the trick. And the way that you want to set them up, I'll show you, is you're going to take these blankets, so usually they're folded in half, like so. Okay, you're going to fold them in half one more time, so you have this long rectangle shape, and you have 2 just like this, okay? Then you place one of the long rectangles lengthwise on your mat, and then you place the other one on top of it, but you create a little bit of a stair step, so they're not one exactly on top of the other. There's a little bit of room, and that's actually so that your back can arch over it with a little bit more ease, right? If they're stacked one on top of the other, it would be a little bit more jarring. And then you're going to take this other blanket that you have and fold it in half, not lengthwise, but on the shorter edge. And you'll put that up, actually towards the top of the blanket on top, but maybe a little bit more towards the middle. Kind of depends on how tall you are. I'm shorter, so it's towards the middle. If you're taller, you want it to be a little bit further back. Okay, now, the position of your legs, soles of your feet are together. It's called Baddha Konasana, or bound angle pose. Soles of your feet together, knees are wide, and your knees are propped up, your thighs are propped up on these blocks. So where I sit is right in front of the bottom-most of the long blankets. And then I lay back, and I can readjust my other blanket on top if I need to. And my thighs are supported with these blocks. I can rest my hands on my belly. I can take my arms out to the sides, palms face down. I can put a blanket over me if I'm cold or if I want a little bit more weight. So, if you're feeling really depleted or if you're feeling really unstable or ungrounded, having an extra blanket over you can be very calming and nurturing. So I highly recommend that. Where I'm filming right now, it's like 80 degrees outside and it's super hot, so I don't want a blanket over me right now. But you can certainly have that for a little bit more support. You can have a thinner blanket over you too, and just be here. Now, if your hips are tighter or if this doesn't feel good, you can also extend your legs straight out, take them a little wider. You could prop your hands up on the blocks if you like. Some people like that. I like to have my hands on the floor with my palms down. And so you have this big arch through your body. Another option for the blocks is to place the blocks underneath your knees. So it gives like a little bit of a ripple effect for your body. Whoops. You want to make sure they're in a good spot so it doesn't feel awkward. There we go. Oh yeah, I could stay here for days and be totally fine. And you just rest. And you want to be in a place that's really comfortable. And if there's any part of you that doesn't feel completely passive, right? So if there's any part of you that feels like it's really working hard, like your butt is clenched or your jaw is clenched, or when I lay my hands down, like my right shoulder's popping up, so I have to adjust where my spine is, that's better. That's all you need. So, this looks good, right? You could be here forever, right? So again, you can have the blocks under your knees. You can place the blocks underneath your thighs and have the soles of your feet together. Or you can have none of that. All right? But when you're done, you just bend your knees, roll to your side, push yourself up. Now the cool thing about a restorative is that this is a pose that you actually can hang out in for a long time. You could hang out in a restorative pose for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes would be incredible. If you've never done it before, I recommend starting between 6 and 8 minutes just to give yourself like a little bit of an introduction in. If it feels amazing, you might end up there for 10 minutes and not even realize it. Set a timer though, just in case, just to be sure. If once you are getting into the rhythm of restoratives, I highly recommend setting aside at least 10 minutes for your restorative, 15 if you've got lots of time, just to, like help your body relax completely, because that's something that we don't do enough of. Even in yoga, we don't really do enough of that relaxation business. So give yourself some good time being supported by something other than yourself. So hopefully this has given you a few options for how you can restore your body using a few props. Have a lot of fun getting to know restorative yoga. And thank you for spending some time with me getting to know all of these incredible poses. And I look forward to hanging out with you again on the mat really soon. Bye.